You trying to charge it?
Well, I'm making a video for myself.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So because you're teaching me a lot of stuff about Africa.
Yeah.
So I like to keep it as historical.
Yeah. A lot of things, but when you put it on there, you should have a purpose in mind. What do you want to talk about? You know, then we can have a good recording.
Well, let's talk about your experience in Poland, for example. First of all, can we start from your last year in Africa? Your last final year, you remember?
Oh, in Africa?
Yes, and the mindset that you had to go to Poland.
Okay.
This story here.
Okay. I knew about Poland. I had read about Poland, right?
Right.
It wasn't a rich country, all right?
Yeah.
But it was a communist country. Okay. First of all, I didn't have the money to go there. The Polish government would give you a scholarship, but they would not buy you a ticket to travel there. You know what they were doing there, like the organization I belonged to, they selected you. They put your transcript, the diploma, they compile and photocopy them, and send them to the International Union of Students. Okay. Then it was in Prague, the former Czechoslovakia.
So it's all through your school? You did this all through by way of your schooling?
Yeah, you went to school, you graduated from high school, so they wanted high school graduates. You understand what I'm saying? So to be a high school graduate, you have to, give evidence, right? Transcript.
Diploma, like.
Yeah, diploma, and you have good grades. Okay? And then they compiled them. We were about 25. Okay, and then they sent them to the International Union of Students. It was a kind of, they would call it, the Western people would call it communist propaganda. But they were giving poor people like us, they were giving us scholarships. Okay. To go to college. Right. To go to university. We can't afford it in our own country, right?
Same here, I understand.
Yeah. And so they selected us, and then 25, and then they sent it to that place, to the former Czechoslovakia. What was done in the office that they would distribute these documents, academic documents, to various universities.
Good.
So every university has a way of evaluating, of assessing a particular student. Okay. Then they will signal their agreement that that you were accepted.
Okay, that sounds
and
good.
Then they will send you telegram. At that time it was a telegram.
Okay.
You send it there, your organization receive it, then they tell you.
What's
so Ray,
I wanted to ask you a question, but
yeah.
I think you're about to answer it.
Yeah.
You said
okay, they send you the telegram, then your organization tells you, say, oh, Ray, you have been selected for Poland. Unfortunately, you have to buy your own tickets.
My question right here is, why they select Poland for you? Is there a reason why?
Oh no, the Polish people selected me. They accepted my documents.
Oh, you had already planned.
I just told you that they distributed academic documents to various universities, to various countries. So the country has the discretion to refuse you for whatever reason, or accept you for whatever reason. You get the point?
Yeah.
But the Poland will tell you, say, hey, we accept you, okay, to study, but you will have to buy your own ticket. You don't have money to buy a ticket for you.
Okay. How did you feel about that part?
When you get that message, where the officers of the organization are telling you on there to go to Poland. Said Russia used to send tickets for people.
Yeah.
But Poland wouldn't send tickets.
Poland, poor country or no?
Well, that was a decision, If the government had money in Poland, but so they give you scholarship, will give you free studies, you earn your degrees here. you can buy ticket free, okay?
Yeah.
So when they took, and then 3 of us were selected. Where would I get money from to buy the ticket to go to Poland?
Did you have a job? No?
No job. How much was for the ticket? $765.
Was that expensive at that time for you?
Oh, very expensive. It's in Africa. $765 is a lot of money for a man of my background.
Right.
So what I thought of, I said, okay, let me go home. I mean, to my village and tell my dad to see what I can borrow money from anyone.
Okay.
My dad worked for the Liberian government. He earned $250 a month, right? $250 a month in a village where you don't buy food. Everything you eat comes from the soil. So if you have a good plan for your children, for, you know, you can keep some money, right?
You have to have a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Know how to save money.
You know how to save the money because you have no need for that money. In the place I come from, men like my dad, and many other men who are teachers, who have income, the only incentives for them, the only thing they were looking for, women.
Why is that?
So my dad had about 3, 4 women. You see the point? So I was not surprised when I asked him, you know, I'm supposed to go to Europe, but they say I should buy my own ticket. See, he doesn't have any money.
Got too much expenses. Expenses going
on him.
Yeah.
You gotta feed the women, you gotta buy clothes for them.
But that's
for the women eventually, you know, having women in Africa like that, where I come from.
It's a choice.
No, everybody, the 4 women you got, right? You make a farm, and then you divide a parcel of land, right? This is yours, this is yours, this is yours. They work on those parcels of land, and then you sit back, you don't know.
And you watch the money come in.
You watch, you don't get that money, really.
This is more money than if
so, you know, having women is a working unit. Polygamy. The more women you have,
the more production.
Now you got it.
Yeah, but more production brings more money flow than if you did not have as many women.
They don't have money, it was not money economy, okay? They got the money economy. They don't look for money. They look for food to eat.
So if you're raising animals, you can sell.
Well, they don't sell the animal, they keep them for guests. You were asking me about African hospitality. In my culture, they have goats, they have cows, they have chickens. But they almost don't eat enough meat. But when a guest comes like you, you go there and say, Ray, oh, how you doing? I knew you in America. The next thing I would think about is to see whether I can kill you a goat.
Okay.
Okay, a goat. After I'm only interested in my good name. When a guest is leaving, he leaves me with good impression, right? I have, you know, I was hospitable.
Because your name is important.
That's why it is. So that's why they keep the chickens. That's why they raise the chickens. They don't raise the chickens for themselves or for their families to eat. No. But if a child graduates from high school, for example, or make a pass to a grade,
okay, your
mommy can kill the chicken for you. So you have a good meal that day, right?
Right.
Oh, did you pass it? Where did you pass? You passed the 12th grade? Yeah. They go, well, they will kill the chicken.
That's tradition.
But every day, they don't kill chicken. Chicken is like the American president spending $1, right?
Right.
It's very important. Americans value money, right?
They do.
Because this is a money economy. So you don't let all your money go off your hand, then you will have a problem. You won't pay your bills, isn't it?
Right.
So Africans keep, not all Africans, but the culture I come from. Okay, I don't know what the other people do.
Do Africans have like landlords that have to pay rent too?
If you go to the city, in the culture I come from, the land belongs to everybody. So you go there, even you go there, they will say, oh, you want to live here? You say, yes, I want to live here. They will assign you to a neighborhood. We call it quarter.
Okay.
Every quarter has land. So you come, they're going to make a new farm. Then they say, oh, I mean, this is your portion of farm. This is where you live. So you will brush it. You will till it, right?
I will tailor it, yeah.
You will till it. The food you produce is for you. For your family, right?
Right.
Okay, nobody buys land there. Do you
Nobody buys land?
No. Whatever you see, you want to build your house, you build it, they leave you alone. But the land, you don't own it.
I don't own it.
It's owned by the community. It's a communal property.
Mm-hmm.
You see the point?
I see.
In my culture, okay, in other places, they sell land, like in Uganda, in Kenya, and other places. But when you go to the city, you have to buy a piece of land to build a house there, right?
Right.
And that's the irony.
That's the army?
No, the irony. Because you live in the countryside and you have all that vast land. You don't buy land, right?
Right.
And then you leave the countryside, you go and live in the city. As a result, you live in the slum, the one you call ghetto here, right?
Mm-hmm.
The hoods.
Right.
You live in the hoods.
Right.
So that's how it is there. People migrate for the modern things, like shoes, like clothes.
For the modern things.
Yeah, the modern things. You know, like the modern.
Could be like electronics or
Clothes. No, clothes, for example. Shoes.
Yeah.
You have to go to the city, right?
Right.
You work, and then they give you some money, and then you buy a pair of shoes. All right? Mm-hmm. That's why people go to the city. Okay?
So it sounds so organized. No,
the town is very organized. We live in quarters. Okay. They got ground rules. Okay?
Right.
They respect the environment. Sanitation and that is respected. But if you go to the city, oh God, it stinks.
Why?
They don't clean.
Oh, okay.
There's disorganization in the city.
Disorganized.
It's a kind of anarchy there. Somebody you eat an orange, you just throw it on the ground. It's like what I see in some black neighborhoods, right?
Yeah, like here.
So they don't care. I didn't see that in Poland. In Poland, if you drop something, somebody will follow you. Say, my man.
Oh, I love that already, man. I like that.
Yeah. So the place is clean.
Yeah. They need to do that here, right? Oh my goodness.
The place is clean. Russia, you do it. When they punish you, you will not forget it.
So is the punishment financial? You have to pay?
Sometimes it's labor.
Labor?
Yeah, they might not get money from you. Like for example, let me give you one example. One night, a friend of mine, Polish guy, right?
Right.
We.
Before you start, can I make a new video for this one?
Okay, well.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this old one.